All right, so we're looking at page 86 today, and it's surface area open-ended problem. This is the second one. You had a worksheet before that had the word problem about, I think, the fish pond in it and something else. So they are painting, the walls and ceilings in one room of the house need to be painted. The floor is rectangular, it's 20 by 15, and it has a ceiling 10 feet high. So it's really good to have all that information. So there's your length, width, and height of your room. Got it? So if you want to draw it, here's my rectangular floor with it's 20 feet by 15 feet. Don't make this too big, so you're going to need a little room to work. And then it tells you that it has a height, what was the height? 10 feet high. So however you want to draw it, mine doesn't look like I labeled it right now. I'm going to fix this up because it sort of changed how the dimensions look. Okay, so this is here and here. This is my 15 feet, and the height is 10 feet. 100% not drawn to scale. Okay, so reminder, she's painting the walls and the ceilings, not the floor. Got it? There are two rectangular windows that are 3 by 4. So draw two rectangles that are 3 by 4. She's not painting her windows, right? One small circular window with a radius of 1 foot. Notice these are all in feet. And on one wall, there's an entrance to another room that measures 8 by 7. Again, none of my things are really drawn well to scale. Kaylin is going to paint the wall ceiling with the same color paint. Okay, so why do we have all this information? You're not, why? How many square feet of the wall and ceiling does she need to paint? Round to the nearest hundredth. Show and explain your work. So I don't need a huge explanation, but you could say like area of walls and ceiling. And then what are you taking away? You would find area of windows and door. So you can even do it like that. The area of the walls and the ceiling, well, it's your choice, guys. You could find the surface area of a rectangular prism using this formula and then take off the floor. Or you could think about it as, well, it's only length times width, not two of them, just one of them, because I'm not painting the floor. So length and width, length, width. And the idea is then I would have 2 of the LH and 2 of the WH, because the LH is the front and back wall and the WH are the side walls. The windows and the door, well, you have 2 rectangular windows, 1 circular window, and 1 rectangular entrance. All of that stuff would go here. And what would you do when you have the area of what needs painted? You would then take away the windows and the door. That's really what you're doing. So this is the area you want. This is what you're taking away. So you can organize how you want. You can show each area separately, but you shouldn't just have a number. It should show some work. Now, if you look down at the next one, we've already talked about this type of problem. It says, suppose that 1 gallon of paint covers 400 square feet. The paint is sold in whole cans and in half gallons. Oh, so you can get a half gallon this time. 2 coats of paint are required. So what I would do is whatever square footage you get, I would double the square footage. Double the square feet you get from A. And then if you think about it, you want to group it into groups of 400. Isn't that like dividing groups of 400? So once you double the square footage, you're going to divide by 400 and see how many gallons and half gallons you would need. So do you need 3 whole gallons? Do you need 3.5 gallons, etc.? All right, flip it over, please and thank you. Take a second and look at this one. You've got to paint this water tank. Notice it says the exposed, the entire exposed surface. The tank is the shape of a cylinder. Because it's elevated, the bottom surface also needs to be painted. What's the bottom of a cylinder? It's a circle, yeah. The diameter of the tank is 30 feet and its height is 20 feet. So this is not a great picture because the diameter of the tank is 30 feet and its height is 20, it is much bigger than it is tall. So diameter is 30, so what's the radius? 15 and then 20. So you're going to find the surface area of a cylinder, which we have that formula, and we need to remember it's 2 of the circles because we're painting the top and the bottom, and this rectangle that wraps around it is found by finding the circumference and then take that times the height. Remember, because this wraps around the circle. Okay, same idea. The paint costs $22 per gallon, and it's only sold in whole gallons. 1 coat of paint, that's it. Just 1 coat of paint is necessary. If 1 gallon covers 250 square feet, how much paint will it take to cover the tank? So you're going to show what you did. What operation did you do? And it says how much would it cost. So once you find how many gallons, you're going to multiply it by the cost. We're not worried about tax or anything like that. Okay, so that is what you're doing.